Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and on the day, it looks like we're about even. We're down $15, and it keeps on going up and down. At one point we were even down like $800 to $1,000, but it looks like it bounced back pretty good. So that's a good thing to consider. Now we're up still 11K, 30% in the last month, which is extremely powerful. But what this video is going to be about is I'm going to be answering and talking about the stocks that you guys requested the most. Now, there was like 15 different stocks that people kind of were suggesting the most. So we're going to talk about 15 different stocks, but we're going to break it down into two different videos. So one video will be released today, obviously. It's going to be seven stocks long, and then I'll be releasing another video later on this week with another 7 stocks. So if I didn't talk about your stock in this video, it'll probably get talked about in the next video. Okay, so the first one we're going to be talking about is Fubo TV, and they're up 2.3% on the day. And in the last week, they're about even, about down 1%. But in the last month, they're up 40%. And we never really got to build a big position. I only had like $600 in the stock at my highest point, but it went up 40% very quickly. We basically bought in at the bottom. We only have 7 shares left. I already sold a lot of my shares. So I think I'm going to be waiting for it to dip back down closer to 22, basically under $25 a share to maybe buy back in, because I think that this one can go back up to $35, $40 a share, and maybe even in the long term it can go higher. This one wants to be like the Netflix of sports. There isn't like a really big streaming company that focuses solely on sports only, not other stuff, not sports and other things. This is just sports only. So they can be a leader in that industry. It'd be very interesting if they can pull ahead. Their market cap is $4 billion. So honestly, I can see them at a 5, 6, even $7 or $8 billion market cap, and 6, 12, even 2 years from now. It might take a little bit more time. Now, their 52-week high, look at that. They were an $8 billion market cap earlier this year. Their 52-week high is $62. So that's something definitely to consider. You can be getting a good deal, but their 52-week low is $8. So we're pretty much in between the 52-week low and the 52-week high, which is a good thing to consider, being in between them. Now, my average cost was $20 a share. So obviously I would like to buy as close to $22 or $20 a share as possible on Fubo TV. Now, the next stock that everyone wanted me to talk about is AMC. So they're at $53 a share currently. They're down 8% on Wednesday today, but they're up 12% in the week, right? And on the last month, they're up 294%. So that's obviously why everyone wants me to talk about it, is because AMC has been the talk of the towns. It's the meme stock that everyone wants to talk about. So I would want to buy closer to probably under $50, maybe $47 or $40 a share. But remember, if you're buying something like AMC, don't use a lot of money. I would only use a couple $100, $200 max into AMC, just because it's so risky. This stock can easily go back down to $20 a share or $25 a share, which I think is extremely likely that it will happen. It's just a matter of time at this point. So personally, I'm not going to invest in AMC because I think it'll be $25 a share sooner or later, and that's pretty much what I'm waiting for. I think it can even go back down to $14 per share also. So keep that in mind before investing in AMC. Be prepared, know the risk, understand what's going on. It's on a short squeeze right now. And the volume is something you definitely want to look at. As you can see, it's tapering off. The average volume is 390 million. And today's volume is half of their average volume. In the last week, I've seen their volume as high as 700 million. So for their volume to be down pretty low, that can be a bad sign for AMC. And like I said, this one can go back down to 26. But it definitely can go up to like 60, 70, or $80 a share if Reddit and the meme stock community take AMC under their belt again. They're not just going to get there magically and it's going to happen over time. They're going to have another short squeeze. Someone's going to need to band together and get on track with AMC. Otherwise, it's not going to happen, because what happens in the meme stock community is what I'm seeing is they'll focus on AMC really hard for a second or two, and they'll move on to the next thing. It started with GameStop, moved to Doge, went to AMC, back to GameStop, and now it's bleeding over to like Wish and some other stuff too. So if everyone just honed on one thing, it would be a lot more powerful instead of moving around from wherever you guys want to go. After that, we have DraftKings basically flat on the day at $48 a share, up down 10% in the last week, up 11% on the last month. Okay, now they're down 25% on the last 3 months, so there's still a pretty good time to buy in my opinion. They're even dipping a little bit now, and they're pretty much at, I would probably want to buy closer to $45 or $40 a share, in between $40 and $45 a share. But even below $50 is great for long term. I think this will be a $60, $65 stock. Again, we're already up 11%. We sold a little bit of mine. Let's see actually how much I sold. Yeah, we only sold $140 on at, what was it? $51 a share. So we got a little bit ahead on that one. We can buy that back easily. So that's why I like to do that, because I'm pretty good at timing. But you might want to read a little bit also. DraftKings share fall after Hindenburg unveils short position. So this might be something that you might want to read. You can even pause the screen. Or if you ever want to read an article, just type in the headline, DraftKings shares fall after Hindenburg unveils short position, and it'll pop up right away. You can even see up top the Wall Street Journal. So it's pretty easy to find a full article if you do want to read it. Recommend reading that one if you are investing in DraftKings. Also, this one's interesting. ARK Invest snapped up DraftKings stock after short selling firm allegedly illegal activity. So this can definitely be an interesting one to read. Now, we also got a lot of people talking about Tesla and wanting me to talk about Tesla. We've already talked about them a couple of videos ago, but I'll talk about them again since you guys want me to. They're about flat on the week, up 5% on the month, down 7% on the last 3 months. Now, Michael Berry has a huge short position on Tesla, and I don't know why he would do that at $600. He probably should have done that when it was at $800 or $900 a share. Probably would have been a lot more smart. But for Tesla to go back down to $500 or even $400 a share wouldn't be the most abnormal thing. I think it can happen. But in my opinion, if you're a long-term investor, I think snatching anything under $600 a share is a great price point to enter Tesla for long-term, and then sell above $800 a share. So basically be buying between $400 and $600 and sell between $800 and $900 or even higher. Maybe it can get to $1,200 a share. We have yet to see it go that high, but in the next few years, it can be definitely doing huge things. Now, a lot of people wanted me to talk about CCIV, even though I just talked about them recently also, but we will talk about them. You can actually see I have 48 shares. We're down 6%, which is not a big deal because I think they're on their way up. And my average cost is $25, but if you can get an average cost of around $23 or closer to $20, under $20 a share, in my opinion, is the best place to be buying CCIV. And if you can buy under 20 and sell around 30 or 35 or $40 a share, I think they're going to hit a huge jump, and the hype's going to come back to CCIV as soon as their ticker symbol changes and their Churchill Capital name, evaporates and they turn into Lucid Motors, and you can actually see Lucid Motors on the screen. It's going to be a good visual thing for this company for people to be able to see that. Now, Shopify is a swing trade that we've been doing for a few months. So if you've been following the channel for a while, you're probably up around 20%. On Shopify, they're one I was talking about very strongly in previous videos a few months back, maybe like a month back, and our average cost is around $1,100. And remember, I always said between $1,000 and $1,100 is the best place to buy Shopify. It recently dipped, so we were able to take advantage of that. We're up 23%. We've already sold a large position. Also, I think I talked about it in a very recent video. So again, you guys are wanting me to talk about these stocks that I've recently talked about. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you are watching all these videos, because if you take the time and spend time with me on every single day on every single video and you are committed to getting better and learning, it's a free resource here on YouTube, and you will get better every time you actually listen to my videos, because they'll help you make money. So it's not like we're just doing kumbaya by the fire. This topic, these videos are here to make you money. So it's good that you are taking the time out of your day and trying to become better at money management and making money. So Shopify, right around $1,000 is a great place to buy. They even have a support around $900 if we go back a little bit more, $800. So it'd be interesting to see if they can get that low. We've already taken a lot of profits. And I think that this is a company that's a great long-term hold. So 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, I think they're going to be doing big things. We can also possibly see them splitting in the future. If we see something like an Amazon split, maybe Shopify will end up splitting around the same time as Amazon. And the last one that are getting the most requests is GNOG for me to talk about. It's up to $13 a share, down 6% in the last week. However, in the last month, it's up 17%. So it's a fairly good time to be buying them. I like to buy them closer to $10 a share. My average cost is $13 a share with $1,500 or 120 shares, basically, of GNOG. We're looking to hold this one at least until $20 a share. They got some good things coming up in the future. Right now, online gambling is only legal in a few states, like 1 or 2. But GNOG is moving very rapidly. In the next 1 to 2 years, they plan on being in like 11 different states. So their growth can be huge in the next 2 to 3 or 5 years. So this is one that you might want to get in on a little bit early. Their market cap is only $1 billion, and I think we can see them at a $2, $3, $4, $5 billion market cap down the road. Now, it might take a little bit of time. They are a newer company, especially newer to the stock market, but there's something that you might want to be, involving yourself in. It's a little bit more risky, something like a GNOG, but the reward versus risk is there for me. It makes sense for me because they're at close to their 52-week low. So if we pull up their 52-week low is $10, right? So when they're closer to the 52-week low, that is a good time for me to buy because I know it's at a support. You can see the $11 support. It's identified itself very frequently here. So I feel more comfortable buying in between $10 and $13 a share and holding it to $15 to $20, $25 a share, or even new all-time highs. So GNOG is a very exciting stock to be involved in. And all these stocks that we talked about are pretty excited. And look at that, as we're ending the video, we are up on the day 120. So we are positive. We're at $50,000. And in the last month, we're up $11,000. If your account doesn't really look like this and you really want more help from a professional that's been doing this for years, so you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did, I actually developed a course that's made for beginners. So if you're watching this and you're like, oh, I'm a beginner, I don't know anything about the stock market, I have a program that will walk you through it so you can learn everything right the first time through and you don't have to learn the wrong way. Now, if you're interested in that, you can DM me. I'll throw my Instagram up here. DM me on Instagram. If you're not a part of it on Instagram yet, make sure you follow me. We just hit 100,000 subscribers on Instagram, so we are going to be doing a giveaway. Make sure you're commenting on my videos if you want to be a part of the giveaway, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to share with a friend, subscribe on YouTube, and like this video for more content. All right, remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.